So Kanayo, talk to us a little bit about what's going on right now with New Garden Friends School in this season. Kind of where are you guys at this year as compared to last year? How's this going for you this year?
Well, this year it's a lot about just showing our skills. The last 2 years for me were a lot about developing and getting ready for my senior year, just to really show the complete player I've become. And this year it's really to show off everything that I've been working for, and just to show off my skill set and whatnot.
The game's probably changed a little bit for you the past couple years. I remember back in the day, I'd be watching in that Greensboro Day School game that time. You're out front at the point guard spot and still popping for about 40 points a game. You've kind of had to refine your game. Maybe not as many 40-point nights, 50-point nights, and those crazy wide-open wild nights, but maybe these days distribute the ball some, spread it around more, maybe more balance, and maybe better team basketball. Who knows?
Yeah, it's been a lot more team basketball as of late. My team is remarkable. I wouldn't want to be on any other team, not just in Greensboro, but in the state. Every game, I feel like we can come out and win. There's never really a game that I'm doubtful that we'll lose.
And this being your senior season, have you kind of enjoyed the ride so far?
Oh, I've had an incredible time this year. My teammates, my coaches, my school, everything has just been awesome this year. It's been my favorite basketball season by
That's
far.
good you can sit it your last year too.
Yes, sir.
Because you've had some very good years. I remember times, we all get so caught up in those 40-point games and all those wild three-point outside shots, but then maybe at that time, you were having to do a little bit too much back in the day. You've got some help now.
Right, and I'm thankful for it, but I'm glad that I have what I have now. Because every single season there is a new challenge for me to take, and so I say it has helped me a lot, because now I don't have to do as much, but the times we are down by maybe 10, maybe 15 points with like 5 minutes left in the game, my coaches still believe in me and know that I have the ability to get 20 points in 5 minutes or anything crazy like that. So it's really shaped me and molded me as a basketball player.
So you've had some very good years, this being your senior year. Are you already looking ahead toward the future some?
I can't lie, I really am.
Yeah, okay.
I'm really excited about college basketball.
Have you nailed it down yet, or are you still looking?
I'm still looking for sure. I have a lot of different colleges calling my phone, talking to me almost every day.
Do you ever see, this might be something the coach can answer, maybe you could answer, maybe you know this inside as well as the coach. Do you ever see Tom Palumbo, the Guilford College coach? Does Coach at Guilford ever show up to your games? I see him at a lot of high school games.
I saw him a lot last year. I haven't seen him at our games this year. I think Guilford sent me something during the summer, but I don't even really remember. I was getting a lot of different, I was getting mail. My mom was just tired of it. We have stacks
well. Who are some of these, now we often know about the big name schools. Who are some of these schools that maybe matted down toward the middle or the bottom of the pile you look at? Can you throw any quick names out for us since there's been so many?
Like smaller schools that people may not have known of, but I'm interested in because of their program, what they've shown me. Longwood, they're definitely coming up there.
That's a good mid-range program.
Yeah.
Longwood Lancers out of Farmville, Virginia.
Yes,
they're coming
sir.
on.
I've seen them. Their coaching staff is incredible. Mercer is definitely one I like.
School
my cousin goes there, Ike Wamu.
Yeah, I remember Ike real well.
Yeah.
Very well. Ike is still doing well in that
Yeah, he's doing really well this year. As well as Wofford. Wofford is a really good academic school and has a beautiful campus. And I just talked to Furman for the first time this morning, so they'll be at my game tomorrow. But those are just the smaller mid-major schools that shown interest in me and have offered me, and that I'm also I'm looking at.
I'll tell you what, you talked earlier about the fact that you love New Garden Friends School and you would not go anywhere else, which is a good thing. It's your senior year, you've locked all this down. But there's always, you're playing with so many different guys in the summer on different summer teams, different pickup games, things like that. There's always that people are talking about the other schools. That shows you have been very loyal to the Bears.
Yes, sir.
There could surely be other possibilities. Because, I know how it is as a kid. these days. Kids get his name out there. Maybe not as much. I mean, I'm putting it out there maybe how I think this is. How the private schools probably work in some ways. They're always looking for talent, got interested academics as well too, but not so much the head coaches, but the young up and coming assistant coaches.
Right.
They'll get there. They'll be in some of the games playing against you. Hey, you need to come watch one of our games one day. So there's not like there hadn't been other possibilities.
Right. That's definitely true. Almost every game, if not every other game, home or away, I get a little bug in my ear from a coach or from a player. Even players saying stuff to like, you're so good. You're too good for the team you're on.
The one you hate to hear too, since you're a loyal Bear, is when they say, well, "You're wasting your time here, man. You need to move on."
Yeah, that one really gets under my skin, and it's not even really that. It's just I just don't like if anybody disrespects my team, my coaches, or my
put a
my
lot
school.
of time and work and effort.
Yeah, I've done I've put in a lot of work. I've been at my school more than probably anybody else, other than like some of the teachers or administrators.
Maybe you'll be back there one day.
Hopefully,
maybe you'll come back and put some time in there.
Maybe.
And
we'll
not
see.
as maybe you'll come back initially as a teacher, but maybe the goal for a kid like you needs to be. You need to be thinking if you're going into education, go for the top, go for the administrator.
Yeah,
if you're going to medicine, it's great to be like the local physician or local community, but hey, go for a surgeon, go for a hospital administrator.
And that's really my mindset in everything I do.
I thought so.
If I'm gonna do something, I want to be the best. And even I put that on the court. If you might be able to jump higher than me, run faster than me, but I'll outwork you, and
you
I'll
may
be
have
the
jumped higher
best.
than me last time, but there's 3 or 4 more times this game I'm going to beat you those times.
Exactly, and I like to do the little things to make me the best player I can be.
Those little things, we know in the end by watching the games, those add up.
Exactly.
They all add up.
Exactly.
How about that big game next Thursday night? Not to change the subject, but Wesley, when you go against Theo Pinson, guys you know pretty well, Jaquel Richmond and Donovan Gilmore, the Buckland kid, all those kids from Wesley, and that's going to be a great matchup when they come to your place.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited about that game. I've been excited for it all season. When I hang out with them, we don't talk too much basketball, but every now and then I like to jab that in there and tell them that remind them we are playing them, and they know me. They're not. They know how I play, and they know that they need to be ready for it. They're not going to come out shocked. They know how I've played. I've played pickup with them many times. We've played pickup all summer, and every now and then, even during this season, we go out and play pickup. So
you do sneak in a little pickup even during the season, right?
Yeah, I got to.
Where's the meeting point when the guys play those pickup games? They've got to have some secluded place. Maybe you cannot reveal that place at this given time, but there's going to be some place the guys meet so the other coaches don't find out about to get a little extra ball in on the weekends.
Oh yeah, we got a little place where we go to. Got a little gym where we go.
So you're indoors then, that's safer.
Yeah, definitely indoors. But we got a little gym where we go to.
If that being the case, you almost have to have that. The way this weather's been lately, you guys almost have to have had a place that you could get to and still get some action in.
Yeah, for sure. With this weather, there's no really outdoor anything. Not even a real walk outside. The weather's been crazy.
How did you get your game where it is today? Going back because Kanayo, Obi-Rapu Jr. just not become a basketball player. Start to a certain degree. I'm not gonna blow your brains out. You superstar. You're humble. I know you are.
Yes,
but how did you get your game where it is today? And where did it come from?
I just worked hard. There's no real secret to it. It's just working as hard as I can every day. My trainer and my mentor Phil Talkman, he tells me, and this is what I try to live by: you work as hard as you can and as smart as you can every day. And at the end of it, if you didn't make it or if it didn't work out, you can always look at it and say you gave it your best. So I put that really into action. I remember being a freshman at Westchester behind Ike, Quincy, Deuce, all of them, and I could have given up. I could have just been like, I'll never be as good as them. But when I saw them working out, I saw that was a chance for me to get better. So the Kanayo became Kanayo by working hard every day, and I will do that until I'm the best basketball player in the world.
When did you get your first basketball? How old were you when you started playing?
Basketball was my second sport, honestly. I played soccer. So I first started playing, I think, I was probably 3, 4. Had the little Nerf
4
ball,
years old. Got
and
that
then
for Christmas, got
and I just started dribbling that around every now and then, kick it around. And when I hit my growth spurt, that's when I really took basketball a lot more serious. I did the soccer thing. I traveled around the country. I was on like the best soccer team in the state at one point. But that
Where was
growth
that team
spurt,
based out of?
it was the Greensboro Dynamo.
Wow.
The younger team though.
Yeah,
it was
not the
not the
professional
professional
team, I got
team.
you, but the younger team.
But yeah, we were what were we? Well, it's different now. They changed because
they
they
merged with that
fused
Gus.
with
Yeah.
Gus. So but we were the younger team or whatnot, and we were actually a really good team. One of my teammates is going to be playing at Chapel Hill. I think he's a junior. He's going to be playing at Chapel Hill for soccer, and
So
a
you
couple
probably
of
hooked up with
other.
that kid out of Greensboro Day, maybe, that played over there.
What's his name?
I don't remember that kid's name. I know you're talking about. Yeah. He's such a good, the top player.
Yep, and I have a lot of friends at Greensboro Day actually, like Connor Mansfield. I know he's a really good soccer player over there, and there's a lot of soccer play. Like most good soccer players around Greensboro, I know.
But now you're pretty much full-time basketball?
Yes, sir. I'm a full-time basketball player. I've been giving it my all ever since I decided that I was going to take it serious, and both my mom and my family, when we decided it was going to go serious, it was going to go serious.
Did it kind of become serious, kind of start to get serious when you were over at Westchester, started to get real serious?
Previously, before Westchester, I was at a boarding school in Virginia.
What's the name of that one?
Woodbury Forest.
That's a well-known school.
Yes, ridiculous academics, but
let me throw one out here. I often drop stuff in on the top. You don't have Albert's son, Pimpon, Pastor Pimpon, do you?
I do. I've known him since I was about 5.
Yeah, because his sons went to Woodbury.
Kofi, Kwame, and Quajo. Those are my long-time brothers.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I knew there had to be a connection with Albert. We need to
he's the reason why I did go to Woodbury.
Is that
actually,
it?
yes,
Okay,
sir.
gotcha,
I went to the sports camp and with Kofi since we were little, and I've known them since I was a little kid.
Albert's son Pimpon's one of the best people you'll ever meet in this entire city.
Great person. I was at their church since as long as I could remember.
So you attend there now?
Yeah, I don't attend there anymore. But we were there since I was probably 99,
So
2000.
Woodbury Forest.
Woodbury Forest.
Things went well there. Then to Westchester, and again you were around a lot of talent over there.
Yeah,
Josh was there too. At that time.
Josh and Josh Sadiq and I were really the freshmen there, and we were the best friends you could ever imagine. We were always hanging out together, and with Josh, even though he was the only one really playing, he never really got his head big or anything. So we were we had dreamed to be the next big three after Quincy, Deuce, and Ike. So that was awesome.
Boy, I tell you what. But then you looked at the situation with Josh about a year ago now, February 19th, back in 2013 when he passed away during that game. I mean, I'd seen you guys play at Van Day, interviewed you. I didn't interview Josh that night because I felt like at the time I didn't want to kind of push his space because he just recently joined your team. And at the time, he was still getting the legs underneath him at that time. But you could tell Josh, he wasn't doing some of the things he had done maybe in the past when he first joined New Garden Friends, kind of get used to the game, make sure he distributed to his teammates when he first came in. But after a period of time, he became just like any guy on your team, and everybody fit together well.
Yes, sir. Josh was probably, I thought he was probably the best basketball player in Greensboro, if not the state, when he was at his in his peak. Like
and
when
during the summers, I mean, people heard about him during the school year, but during the summers, from what I kept up with, he was blistering that trail.
He was destroying the whole circuit. He played on the same team as Cody and Caleb. We're going to NC State, and even with them on his team, there he was still having.
Guys from Davie County.
Yeah, he was still having 30-point games, 28-point games. So that really tells you what the kind of player he was. And
those
you can't
two
even.
brothers in Alpha, I'm gonna say they're up in
Oak Hill.
Oak Hill now. Exactly.
Yes, sir. They're at Oak Hill now. Yeah. So, well, that really tells you how good of a basketball player was. And as a person, he was even more incredible. He had the biggest heart you'd ever meet. And
no doubt you got a piece of Josh. Probably you still carry that with you today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got most of our team. Everybody has these, and this is what I wear every single day. And every game I put it in my sock. And then when we're at home, there's a portrait that I painted, and some of my classmates. I point to that, and then I point to the sky. And every game I play from now on is dedicated to him.
Talk about the All-Star game you're putting together. This again is Kanayo Obi-Rapu Jr. I like to call him Obi. That's what I like to call him Obi. Not Obi because that's too regionalized. It's Andy Griffith Obi, but I like to call him Obi. But anyway, talk about it if you will, Kanayo. The All-Star game you're putting together at the end of your year.
I'm putting together an All-Star game for the Josh Lowe Foundation. It's my senior project, but I'd been thinking about it and wanting to do it for a really long time now. It's gonna consist of the best basketball players that have played with Josh or knew him, and what I'm gonna try to do is raise as much money as I can for the Josh Lowe Foundation, which that foundation helps towards anti-bullying as well as Special Olympics. And I'm also gonna do. I also want to give some money to start putting AEDs in more places, because you don't want anything like this to ever happen again.
Right.
And I've talked to Harry Giles when he gets back, Theo Pinson, Donovan, DeShante, all the Wesleyan guys who known him or played with him.
So you think there's a chance you may catch Harry Giles coming off his injury?
Oh yeah, Harry said he's definitely gonna be there. Because I remember watching Joshua watched Harry when he was, I guess, little. When he was never really little. When he was like probably like 6'1"-ish. When he was shorter than us, playing on Josh's little brother's team. So he definitely is coming out for that. Even if he can't play, he's gonna support.
Right.
And I'm gonna try to get the Martin twins, try to get a hold of them. And I just want this to be a really big thing, because I know with those big names, everybody's gonna want to come watch a game like that. But to have it in his honor is definitely an important thing.
I was telling your coach today, I mean, you may not get him the committee, may just show up. You never know, may put a bug in PJ Harrison's ear, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Because even with that, like Deuce Bello, who played with him, Ike, and it's going to be around May 2nd, so I don't know if they can come, but if they can get
that D-League maybe finished up by then. I don't know how long they carry their season, because you're getting close to NBA playoff time by then, and I'm not sure about what the D-League's playoff structure might be, but you may, because PJ definitely connected to Josh, because Josh was at Dudley, and Josh's older brother played with the Dudley basketball team. A lot of connections there.
Yeah, for sure. As well as Quincy Miller, who's in the NBA for the Denver Nuggets. I talked to him about it, and I need to just get back up with him.
Yeah, give with this guy Jared Pike, that guy on 107.5. He's a big promoter too, big fundraiser kind of guy. Yeah, 107.5 KCL.
Yeah.
I know he did the promotion for the kid that was killed back during the summer in that boating accident.
Oh yeah.
And brought Harrison came in, several guys came in and played that. So that guy on 107.5, got to give him credit. Mr. Pike, Jared Pike does a good job promoting. But this is coming up again. You say May 2nd.
May 2nd. That's the date that I have circled.
What are you calling it? Just a Johnson?
Still trying to get the name. We have a couple different names that we're thinking of, like Level Up, and just catchy, creative names. Because it's supposed to be a fun thing. It's not supposed to be too sad or anything, but to just celebrate.
You got your location locked?
Oh, it's going to be at New Garden Friends School for sure. Yes, sir. Just that was the team he was on last, and just to have that, definitely bring his family in there.
I thought you'd surely bring the family in, of course.
The family will be in there, and if they want to speak, or if some of the players want to talk about it, talk about Josh or not, but I definitely want it to be surrounded.
And I'm sure I know for a bottom line fact you attended that funeral for Josh.
Oh, yes,
that had to be a moving experience there.
Yes, sir. It was really difficult for me, honestly. It happened so fast, everything happened so quick, and you never really expect something like that. Like maybe like diseases and things like that you can almost see coming, but to be with somebody one day and to be talking about their funeral the next, or even on the same day is kind of crazy. So it was difficult, but it's just something that you got to do.
For you, not only a teammate, but a friend for life. Like you say, you guys were together all the way back over at Westchester.
Oh yeah, well actually we actually met at Coronado Middle in 6th grade.
All the way back in 6th grade?
Yes, sir. That's when we really became friends. And we both looked extremely different. If you saw pictures of us, you would never think we'd grow up to be the dudes we are. I was a little 5'4" kid with glasses and carried my saxophone everywhere.
Do you still keep that saxophone though, right?
I have it somewhere in my my house somewhere.
But you were an artist of some type, I know.
Yeah, I like to do art every now and then. Basketball has been taking up a lot of my time, but when I want to just sit back and relax, I'll start to draw something or just build something. That's
You're
what
kind
I
of
like
like
to
an
do.
artist on the court right now.
I'm trying to be. I'm definitely just trying to. I mean, really big thing for me right now, like I said at the beginning, I'm just trying to show everybody my skill set, and I just want to make sure if you see me play, well, I really want people to come see me play, so they can say for themselves how good of a basketball player I am.
I've seen you play a couple of times, a number of times already, and I was, like I said, the first time I say that Greensboro Day School game, just blown away. I didn't think the point guard could go out and do that much, even ball handling against that tough Greensboro Day School defense. But the points you did that day, and it wasn't just because it was a home basket. I mean, you just had your game going on that day.
Yes,
you pretty much carried it on through. I think you probably were a sophomore at that stage.
Yeah, I was a sophomore, and that was when they were one of the best teams they've been in a while.
And you mentioned a good point earlier about maybe going to a place like Longwood, just for example. You go to Longwood Lancers, a team trying to build and trying to grow maybe toward the higher level Division I. Same thing with a guy like kid over at Greensboro Day School. When you go down, when you think about Reggie, as Reggie goes down, Reggie Dillard, he goes to Presbyterian.
Yep,
that's a school that's kind of trying to grow up too. They're not that great now, but Reggie Dillard made a good movement to Presbyterian because that's a school that's going to be moving up, and you get a chance to get in and be a part of that, and also get a chance to play when you get there.
Yeah, for sure. When we talk about Longwood, and when Longwood does talk to me, there's a lot of comparisons with New Garden and Longwood. I mean, when I first came to New Garden, I had no idea where it was.
What got you over there?
It was Phil. He told me that there was a school that wanted to bring in some diversity and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with basketball. They didn't even have a gym at the time.
No gym at all.
But
right?
it just seemed like a place where I could really thrive academically as well as hopefully athletically, and everything worked out the way it did.
Got to give a number of good shout-outs to Phil Talkman. He's been pushing you, right?
Yeah, Phil Talkman has, without Phil, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. We worked out, especially sophomore year, we worked out at 6 a.m. every morning at the downtown Y, and so he's been very dedicated to me and to the New Garden community as well as the basketball team.
I'll tell you what, you dedicated yourself to basketball and helping to put New Garden Friends School on the map, and wherever you go next, be it Mercer, be it Longwood, be it wherever, I always wish you the best luck, and keep us informed about this All-Star game. If you start doing some press releases and putting some information about, get that to us so we can print and post that. Looking forward to that game next Thursday. You guys take on Wesleyan. You got New Hope coming up too. I know New Hope's a pretty good challenge also.
Yes, sir. We're trying to get a win against them. We haven't gotten one this year, but like I said, every time we step on the court, I think we can get a dub.
That's what it's all about. You got a game coming up tomorrow night against Bull City Prep.
Yes, sir.
Then you've got that game next week against Wesleyan. Then you got New Hope. You got Elite Prep. You've got Mountain Zion. Got them coming up also.
Yes, sir. It's a tough little schedule.
Mountain Zion turned out Tracy McGrady, I think, back in the day.
Yeah, Tracy McGrady, and there's somebody else who was also in the NBA who I forgot. Someone told me also went to Mount Zion, but they got a good program over there.
Let's hope. I'm hoping that one of these guys at New Garden Friends School is going to get to the NBA one day.
Yes, sir.
Whether it be my good buddy here, Kanayo, Obi-Rapu Jr., Obi, my man here, whether it be him, whether it be a Kenneth Smart, whether it be K-Ma or whoever, somebody's got to hit there one day.
Oh yes, sir. That's the goal. We're all trying to be pros at this.
You may make it on the court, but if you, like you say, you apply yourself upstairs, front office is not a bad place
to work. Yes, sir. That's
either.
The thing. I just want to be successful. And whether it's basketball or whatever I do, I just want to make sure I'm the best at it. So if I need to be in the books, if basketball isn't my calling, I'll find it and I'll be the best at it. That's my plan.
You've done a good job here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your time. Keep up the good work, and good luck on the Josh Level All-Star game, too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.